It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, everybody. You're still keeping it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show on SABC3. Now, earlier on, we spoke about working parents and juggling time for their kids. Now we're talking about childcare. Choosing childcare for your little one can often be a daunting task. We know this because when making this all-important decision, parents are often at a loss at where they should begin. Now, to guide us through this process is Sister Deriska Postumus, a lactation consultant and registered nurse. Sister, it's always good to have you with us for this conversation.
In person as well.
It's awesome. Yes, good morning.
I know you are going through this right now. I've been through it with Jack a couple of times. Yeah. Some hits, some misses,
Yes.
because there are so many options available and it's very difficult choosing which one is ideal for you and your situation. But maybe talk us through, as a starting point, the broad range of childcare options that are available.
Like you say, Graham, there's different options and different things work for different people. So maybe you are lucky enough to have a grandparent that can look after your child and a grandparent that's healthy enough and with it and can run around with the toddler maybe. Or you can choose to have a nanny or an au pair if you want to. And then there's also daycare and creches. So those are your basic options. But to remember that it's not a one size fits all. And you need to look at what's available to you.
Yeah, what works logistically within your space as well.
Yeah.
How do you then know if you're making the right choice? Like G said, I have Omar obviously looking after him. I have to make that decision now that next year Luca needs to go to play school for socialization. But I'm still so anxious because I'm like, I want him to be able to conversate and have that conversation with me. Mom, I got hurt today. Mom, this is where I'm feeling. So how do we know that they are ready or we are even ready to make that step?
That's a fear. That's a
when
parent
you
fear.
are ready. But remember, Jamie, there's some babies. Mine had to go to daycare from 3 months old, and they can't speak to you. But that's the options that you have, and you have to look at where you are sending them. Then you have to make sure it's a registered place. You have to walk in. Unfortunately, with COVID, it gets a bit difficult. You can't just make a surprise appearance at a daycare, but you have to trust your gut. And know your child. If you go to the park and he runs to children and he wants to chat and play with them, then socially this child is ready. But some of our introverted children and our babies, they don't want all these kids around them, and they would benefit more from a smaller group, because having 20 kids running around them screaming and playing might not work for a certain personality type. And like you said, Graham, there might be hits and misses. So maybe they're happy in one place, or maybe you send them in the first 2 weeks, it's a crying match the whole day, and that breaks your heart as a parent.
Oh, I think there's nothing worse than having to extricate yourself while your child is crying and you think you're absolutely failing. So you've hit on a couple of these pertinent points here, that it's very much about making sure you've assessed that daycare centre. What questions do we need to be asking? What's our checklist when we go in there to look at a daycare?
Are they registered?
Okay.
And don't just look for the certificate on the wall. You can actually go to the Department of Social, oh no, I forgot the name, but that they are registered. Okay, registered creche or daycare, Department of Social Development, thank you.
There you go.
And you can go on their website. When you walk in, trust your gut. Do they clean? Is the place clean? Is there a lot of kids running around with runny noses? Those are the things you look at. Look at, is the teachers first aid trained? That's important. Know what will they do if a child gets hurt? Okay, do they have the facilities? Do they just the favorite is monkey blood on any, which is mercurochrome on any little scrape, and there you go. What do they do? And what's the communication that they have with the parents? And look at what food they give to your child. Is it a whole pot of rice and veggies with one piece of chicken, and now they get chicken a la key? You need to look at those things.
Holistically, yeah.
But definitely, are they registered? Do they have a registered or an educator that is trained?
Qualified
or is it
for that.
qualified? Or is it just carers or assistants that helps you? And then look at your child to adult ratio, but also your quality of that ratio. You might have 10 children with 3 adults, and they are just assistants, but adding 1 or 2 qualified teachers do that makes a big difference to the quality of the care that you get.
Trust your gut. I love the fact that you said that.
Absolutely.
Your intuition is probably your most powerful tool.
Yes,
You did say that one size obviously doesn't fit all and your kid had to go at an earlier age, but at what age would you then recommend that kids definitely start going to daycare or get some sort of socialization in, or just going to school as well?
Between 2 and 3 is the socializations should start, but it's not to say that they have to go to a full-time daycare center. You can have play groups with other moms or other families, or send them half days, so there are different options with that as well. And in South Africa, the law doesn't state that your child have to go at a certain age. They go to school when they are grade 1, so the year that they turn 7. Before that, there's no requirement that they have to go. It's definitely good for them because and to have quality care as well, to be on a certain level of education before they go to grade 1, because otherwise they might be left behind.
It's going to be a big shock to them, yeah.
Yes.
We haven't even touched on nannies as yet, but I think a lot of the same applies if you're going to be hiring a nanny. First aid is a massive thing. Make sure that they understand what your needs are as a parent and how. Any last advice you would give to parents looking for a daycare option?
Well, for all the options, you need to look at the pros and the cons, and financially is something you need to look at. And the cheapest are not always the best, and the most expensive are not always the best. So, absolutely, Graham, trust your gut.
Trust
you walk
your
in there
instinct.
and you just get the feel.
And you will, but good luck to Jamie. You're going to figure it out. You will figure it out. All the best of luck. Hopefully that's given you some pointers if you're looking for a daycare option of which way to turn. We know it can be a little bit bewildering, but there is the right option out there for you, I promise you.